Alright, this time we're going to work on creating a tank. So we're going to start with a new object. We're going to call this one object underscore tank underscore parent. So this will be the parent tank. And we're not going to give it a sprite. We're going to create an event. And we're going to click create. And we're going to give it a friction. Let's see if we can find that. So a friction button. Alright, there's our friction. We're going to set friction to 0.5. This means that the tanks will slow down naturally. Let's now add a collision event, which means what will happen if the tanks collide with wall 1. And we're going to add the set variable. So that's this button. And we're going to set speed to -1. Actually, negative speed. This will reverse the tank's movement when it collides with a wall. We're going to add another collision. With the parent tank. And we're going to include a set variable that says set speed to negative speed. This means that if it touches another tank, it should bounce off. Alright, click OK. Next, we're going to work on adding 2-player tanks. So we're going to create a sprite. I'm going to call it sprite underscore tank 1. We're going to load the sprite. We're going to load tank strip 1. We're going to set the origin to 0, from 0 to center. And we're also going to tick the box separate collision masks. Click OK. Now repeat this. This time it's going to be sprite underscore tank 2, so we're making player 2's tank. We're going to load tank strip 2, click center, separate collision mask, and click OK. So notice we've got the 2 tanks now. Now we're going to create them from images to objects. So we're going to create the object, give it object underscore tank 1. We're going to give it the tank 1 sprite. We're going to make sure it's solid, which means things can't go through it, and set our depth to -5. Now let's add some keyboard events so we can control it to go back, upwards, down, left, and right. So we're going to add event, keyboard, letter A. And we're going to set a variable. And call it direction, and we want it to go 6 relative. So tick the relative box. This will rotate the tank anti-clockwise. Let's add the D, so variable. Oh, sorry. Let's add another event. Keyboard letter D, and change the variable. We're going to say it's going to be direction and -6 relative. This means it'll go clockwise. Let's add another one. Keyboard letter W. And this time we're going to include a test variable, which is this one. We're going to set it to speed, value of 8, and we want it smaller than. Now we're going to add a set variable, speed. We'll set it to 1, relative, which means that the tank will only increase the speed if it's less than 8. Now we're going to add a keyboard S. And we're going to do the same thing. Test variable, speed to -8. And we want it larger than. And we're going to do a test variable, speed -1, relative to. This will reduce the speed if the speed is greater than -8. So if it's going fully backwards, it will slowly start to reduce speed. Okay, we're going to add a step, end step event. This means that it will set the sub-image of the sprite to make the direction of the tank face. Include a change sprite action. So we're going to change the sprite and set it to sprite tank 1. And we're going to set sprite to sprite tank 1 and sub-image to direction /6 and speed of 0. Let's draw the tank ourselves because later we want to draw the tank more than just a sprite. So now we're going to click Add Event, Draw. Okay, we're going to use the Draw Sprite tool down here. Draw Sprite. We're going to set it to sprite 1, tank 1, and sub-image to -1, and relative. And click OK. And click OK again. This has just made tank 1.